560, The Answer.
Hey, we're back on Get Down to Business, the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Indeed, we are all about small business, and tonight's debate will be a highlight for all of us. It'll be interesting to see what comes up in the conversation. In the last debate, small business did actually play a role in the discussion with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton actually went after Mr. Trump, talking about how he may have actually stiffed small business contractors. And of course, as it always comes up, Donald Trump attacked Hillary Clinton on past trade deals, which certainly has an impact on our business community. So that's indeed what is at stake in this election. Would encourage you to tune in and follow the issues and advocate. Be vocal, be social. Certainly would love to hear your feedback on the race through connecting with me via my website, shalomklein.com. That's also where you can download podcasts from the show. Once again, all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. So I'm thrilled to be joined by William Bauman, a 17-year-old junior at Grays Lake North High School. Last week we had the president of AT&T Illinois, Paul Aschiazza, on the program talking about the It Can Wait campaign, and a great follow-up is having Willie Bauman on the program. William, thanks so much for joining us on the air.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's an honor to be able to talk to you guys today about this really epidemic that's happening around the entire world.
Fantastic. Well, it is indeed an epidemic, and I'm glad to have you on. So I know that you have a personal story to share. If you don't mind, tell us briefly about you and your mom and why you've decided to make a campaign out of this issue.
Yeah, so in 2013, my mom and I were in a car together, and my mom looked down at her phone for just a split second, and she hit the car in front of her. And there was a bad accident, but luckily no one got hurt, but it was a real eye-opener. And that scared me into doing what I'm doing today, which is educating adults and teens about the dangers of distracted driving.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're vocally getting involved, and you have been involved, William, in speaking around the country on this issue. Tell us a little bit about the statistics of the issue of distracted driving. I know we've got business owners on as listeners on this program, and everybody's busy, everybody's running. Why is this issue so important, and what are the statistics involved in making it such an important issue?
Well, over 35,000 people lost their lives in a car accident in 2014. And that's something so huge that 35,000 people lost their lives for something that can be easily avoided, basically. If people just get off their phones, put it in the back seat, have their friends or family text for them, shut your phone off, follow the speed limit, don't drive under the influence, wear your seatbelt. It's the little things that are so simple that people just don't understand that they are not following.
So next week, William, is the National Teen Driver Safety Week, October 16th to the 24th. And I know that you have been selected as one of 10 from around the country to be a State Farm Road Safety Youth Ambassador, which is a program also through the Youth Services of America. Tell us a little bit about some of the ideas and what message you're spreading out there to fellow teens. You're 17 years old. What are you telling your friends in high school about this issue, and what ideas do you have?
So when I went to Washington D.C., which is luckily enough that YSA has teamed up with State Farm, and they brought 9 other kids from around the country to talk about how are we supposed to get this tough issue to the younger generation so they become more aware of the dangers. And one of the things we came up with is that every single one of us is going to go to our schools and have a roundtable meeting and have with public officials and try to get everyone involved with this, not just the schools, but like the grade schools, kindergarten schools, the police station, the fire station, and all those other small-town businesses that can really help and educate our community. And one of the things is that when I went to my school earlier in this week, I I got to talk to the entire gym classes about distracted driving and intoxication and wearing your seatbelt and stuff like that. And I also had a driving simulator game where it really shows how hard it is to how hard it really is to use your cell phone while driving.
You're absolutely right, and I know, William, one of the messages that you've been out there conveying is about the message of education, and even young adults, kids rather, that are not yet drivers. You're saying that they are watching their parents, and they're watching that behavior, and they're watching that conduct. Tell us a little bit about that and why you believe this message should be conveyed at an early age of children.
Well, as soon as the child is facing forward in the car seat, they are watching you drive. They are watching the good, the bad, and the ugly. And whatever you do, they are going to mimic. So if you're a crazy driver, you speed, you don't wear your seatbelt, you use your cell phone, you yell at other drivers, your kids are going to follow you and think that's okay, when it really isn't. You have to set in the example. Even if you're an adult or a teenager, people around you are going to be looking at you and seeing what you do, and they're going to mimic you no matter what. And you have to step up and say, hey, I'm not going to use my cell phone. I'm always going to wear my seatbelt. I'm never going to drive under the influence. I'm always going to follow the speed limit. And then there's something so important that you become a role model for you and your peers. And it's something that I think everyone should take a moment and say, hey, am I a good role model for my children and friends?
So as we said a moment ago, next week is the National Teen Safety Week, and the 16th to the 24th. And hopefully our listeners will be able to do something to not only take an extra step to be a little bit safer, but also to spread the word, maybe post something on social media. But William Bauman, we're thrilled that you're joining us here on Get Down to Business. Is there some website, is there somewhere that you would like our listeners to check out to learn more about this very important campaign, which I know has personal meaning for you?
If you want to learn more facts and more information on how you can become more safer, you can go to teendriving.statefarm.com, where they have all the information and statistics on what you can do and how you can stop it. Or you can go to ysa.org/road safety, and that is where you can take an online road safety course and learn how you can start your own very road safety project, or any other project for that matter, of how to become a better citizen in your community and how to help your community get safer.
Well, our community is better because we have people like you. Once again, William Bauman, a 17-year-old high schooler. You've decided to make this your issue, your campaign, and certainly spreading the word in school to fellow teens, but also to professionals and to adults to be just a little bit safer. As we mentioned, next week is an important week for this campaign, and you could check out State Farm's website on this issue, as well as the YSA. Thank you so much for joining us on the air. We'll be sure to check back in with you to follow your campaign, and congratulations on your invitations to the Capitol, to other states, and I know you've been invited in many places to speak about this issue, and we're certainly happy that you were able to join us tonight.
Thank you so much. It's just an honor to talk about this. And
Absolutely.
Just please remember, don't pick up that phone. Just don't do it. It is not worth your life. Is that one text, that one phone call really worth your life or someone else's? That's what you got to think about.
Oh, that's great. It's certainly a very, very, very important, and we'll be following the issue with you. William Bauman, thank you for joining us on Get Down to Business. Coming up, we will be checking with Susan Kaplan, who is a returning guest on Get Down to Business, and will be talking to us about how to make sure that you are employed after college. And we know that's certainly the million-dollar question, but she actually has some of the answers on the subject as well. Additionally, coming up at the end of the program, we have bestseller Dirk Van Loom joining us on Get Down to Business. Once again, you're listening to the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. You can always download podcasts on my website, shalomklein.com. That's also where you can get a sneak peek of who's going to be on next week on the show, all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Check out the website, shalomklein.com. I post tips, advice, and information, and also information about our fantastic partner, Tandem HR. They are our solution center. You can find out more about them at tandemhr.com or give them a call, 630-928-0510. Once again, Chicago, don't touch that dial. You're listening to the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. We've got a lot more for you coming after this quick break.
The clock is ticking.